Hi guys, Reverend Crystal Cox here, and I have talked to you about this topic before. I want to talk to you again about it. I have talked to some people actually today, and it seems like other people kind of feel the same way, so I want to talk about it a little bit more. And this is my beef that I have with churches. Churches that are closed 90% of the time are kind of a waste of space, really, in my opinion. I think that churches, communities should subsidize, find a way that spiritual leaders of all denominations can come into these churches and use it. There's things that raise the vibration of Mother Earth and her people, things like alternative medicine, teaching people how to make more money so that they have more free time with their families, makes them happier. A place to pray, a place to meditate, spiritual counseling, healing. All of this stuff is very important spiritually, and it is not based on any one denomination. So if these churches are a certain denomination, what they seem to be doing is they only have like a couple hours a week, or they have like Sunday and Wednesday and they do a sermon, and then it's shut down the rest of the week, right, and locked up. I think that a church's doors should be open 7 days a week. And it might be hard to find people to be in these churches, but I don't think that if you were if you were all denomination, that you're going to find trouble finding people. I think mostly people don't have buildings. They don't have a place to meet the public or be with the public. They don't have a place to get out of their house or their abusive relationships or away from their kids so that they can have some adult time and some co-counseling, even with a friend, or talk to a spiritual leader. These buildings need to be open and open to the public. Yes, of course, they need to be manned or womaned in a way that, to make sure that bad things don't happen, but at the same time, they need to be open. This is kind of a call to, maybe a call to all light workers too, to pray for this energy of these churches to open their doors. Okay? Churches, open your doors. I realize you're going to have to open to more denominations. But even if the Christian church is opened up to other Christian churches and Christian beliefs, kind of like a Christian co-op, where the building's being used more days of the week. The building's being loved. There's good energy in it. There's, people laughing and enjoying and good food coming in, and there's more community instead of these buildings. And a lot of them are really beautiful. And, there's been decades and decades and sometimes over 100 years of people praying there and people really wanting, hoping and being in faith, and the energy of these places is vibrating so high, and their doors are closed. I think it's a very important movement to pitch for churches in your town, in every town, to have their doors open more than just when they're doing a sermon. Okay? Now, whether you're opening so that someone can do hands-on healing as Jesus did, or talking to people about organic gardening, you're letting a group use it that's fighting GMOs or chemicals in the foods and poison in the waters, whatever you're doing that is good and pure and part of the greater good and helping, and is about clean air, clean soil, clean water, healthy bodies, a connection to spirit, meditation, healthy relationships, giving people hope, giving people faith. And this is not about any particular denomination. Open your doors. Put a call out to the public and open your doors, okay? Someone's going by all the time, right? Okay, so even if you think, okay, well, maybe there's not enough people driving by, or there's not enough people walking by. Okay, well, if you have a sign, some sort of, marquee that says positive things, and you let people know that they're welcome, that you have a meditation room, a prayer room, a place for them to come and be alone, or a spiritual library, a wellness library, a healing library. And, some people just need a place to get out of the home and work, right? Get away from the kids, the family for a little while. So you could do it as a co-op like that. Say, okay, this 3-hour block, this person does it. This 3-hour block, this person does it. So maybe they need to do their own personal work. So maybe they want to be there, be open to people coming in and giving them spiritual guidance or love, or just being there, and then the person can use the meditation room or whatever. But they're, doing their own work. So they can get some work done and get some time, almost like it's an office space for them, but it's doubling as them kind of looking over the building. But people are allowed to come in and sit in the wellness library, the spiritual library, and get spiritual nourishment, or go into a meditation room, or go and pray, or go and talk to Jesus or Mother God or the angels and get out of the house and get into a place that is sacred and a place that is a sanctuary. And there are churches everywhere that could be the soul of every street corner, the soul of every town. That, you know, that's what I would think churches, well, maybe they were. I mean, maybe that, isn't that the intention? You know, that churches are a place to feel loved and find hope and learn about healing and learn about spirituality and not to have your doors closed. Okay, now I realize different churches have different things, but certainly, I mean, even some of these churches that just start like, I don't know, Foursquare, or you see just like out in a field and then someone's put up a metal building and then they just have a church. And they have like sermons only on Sundays. And you know that some good families are doing this and they want to do good things, but then they got their regular jobs. So if there's some way for them to be able to create, you know, community, I don't know, I guess more donations, corporate donations some way, but also maybe the building could be used as like a food co-op, you know, so people can get organic, fresh foods, farmers market type stuff in different times of the week. You know, something where the building's being used to heal Mother Earth and her people and raise the vibration of everybody. And even if you're very Christian and you don't believe like in Native American stuff and tribal stuff, and you don't believe in, you know, you're not into, you know, non-chemical foods and all the stuff that the hippie stuff, all the stuff that I'm really into, and then I talk about, at least finding a way to use your building more days of the week, the things that empower people and make their lives better in some way. Make them healthier, happier, give them hope, give them a place to do something that is of the highest and best good and raises the vibration for everybody. All right, folks, God has blessed you all, and tell your local church to open the doors, okay? Open the doors.